Greetings everyone, Wolf here with another exciting episode of Minecraft 1.14. Last episode we built the kelp farm, which you see behind me functioning greatly. Next up we're going to build one more farm, and this is going to be a melon and pumpkin farm. Let's do it. Right, the first thing I actually need to do is I need to identify where the farm is actually going to be located now. We're just opposite of where we built the kelp farm from last episode. And yes, there's a visual glitch. I'm not sure what's causing that in that section right there. So we're in the other side where the tree tower is. And I'm going to use a standard 9x9 farm system for this melon and pumpkin farm. So what I did ahead of time is I identified where that is going to fit inside this tower footing. So beginning on this white block, which is in this corner piece right here, going from that block to that one is exactly 9 blocks, and of course then 9 blocks this way. And this one identifies where the center of this system is located. So let's get the system started and get going on it. So the first thing we're going to do is, of course, what we've been doing is we're going to set up the collection system. So we're going to chisel out these first 3 blocks right here. And we're going to put in our chest and our hopper system that we've done with the other farms, just like so, and face the hopper into the chest that way. So remember, we're on the outside of the farm itself right now. Then we're going to, of course, take out these blocks right here so we can start setting up our comparison. Okay, so remember, we're going to put a comparator coming out of the hopper into this block with a redstone torch on the side of the block, just like so. I'm going to place that down here. I'm going to place you back over there. Okay. And then I'm going to place back 3 blocks right here, just like so. Alright, and then I'm going to cover that one up just because we can. And then on top, we're going to have 1, 2, 3 dots of redstone dust, just like so. Okay. So that system is now all in place. Let's get ready for the next part of the system, which is going to be the rail system. So we're going to need our redstone blocks and, of course, our rails. Actually, let's put them here. So what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to power the system in the middle. So I'm going to have to replace this middle section right here with some way of powering the rails. So I'm going to use redstone blocks. So we're going to have this whole section right here is all going to be redstone blocks. Alright, so we're going to begin using a single redstone right there, powered rail that is. And then of course we're going to go with the regular tracks, powered rail, single, come up and around, turn it back on itself. Now since the system is so short between each powered rail, you only need 1 powered rail per turn. So, like so, come all the way around. You have to go. You have to go. Come up, around, and last few more turns before we get back to the end side of things. Just like so. Last little bit. Come back over to where we want to be right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to set up a system so we can send the cart backwards. So we're going to put a redstone torch here on the side of this block right here. We're going to put a block right there for right now, and then the last powered rail, which is going to go right here. And then the cart will come hit here and then go back up and around on this system, just like so. All right, now comes slightly the more complicated part of this process. To get the farm in place, I have to actually build the redstone component and the farm at the same time, which means then I need to get in a water source in here that'll keep the farmland from drying out. This way I don't have to keep retilling it. So what I'm going to do ahead of time is I'm going to take this staircase, I'm going to place it right here in the middle of the farm. I'm going to place 1 dirt block for right now on all 4 sides, and then I'm going to fill in that staircase. So now this entire farm section, this 9x9 section, will be will maintain its dampness. Okay, so even though the ground won't be connected to the water source, as long as there's a water source within that 4-block range outside of it, it'll keep the farmland from drying out. Okay, so that is done. Let's get the next components in place. So we're going to need all of this stuff. Okay, let's get a temporary wall up along the edge. And let's do the, let's work from the back wall, how we do that. Okay, so here's the edge of the farm. We need to go one level above us, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the middle. I'm going to use a glowstone. That is to help with the light source that's going to be in this farm. Okay, good. So, and you know what? So as not to... Nah, I won't worry about it. Alright, so what's going to end up happening, let's put a light source here in the middle as well. Goes right there like so, okay? Alright, so then we're going to now need coming out this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we match up, yep. Same thing over on this side. Yeah, I'm going to put that there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay. And then, let's see, I'm going to put a layer of glass so we can see the farm. Just like so. I'm probably will fill in those back sections. I'll do that off camera though. So this way, in case I fall down or something. Good. Okay, and I'm going to leave this side open for right now, and I'll build that side when we get back here. Because the way you're going to have to do this is you're going to have to place this stuff in as you build the farm. So the first thing what I want to do is I'm going to put a temporary block up there for right now. All right, and on the very first block, I'm going to use a piston. But that piston has to face downwards, just like so. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is use a temporary block, piston, all the way down. Yeah, this is the process that gets a little monotonous. Okay, just like so. Let's get these blocks out of here. Now, you can either do this after you get all the pistons in place, or you can do it as you build this. I am going to do it as we build it, so I can show you what needs to be done. So now, next to each one of these pistons, we have to place an observer so it faces downward, so that the red dot is up on top here, just like this, and the face is on the bottom, just like so. Okay. And then we're getting back underneath, and we need a layer of dirt underneath each one of these, and then we have to till the ones that are underneath the observers. There. Can I get it from the side? Yeah, well, let me do it from the side. Couldn't remember. Just like so. And then what we're going to want to do is we're going to alternate between the pumpkin and the melon seed. So we'll begin with pumpkin, melon, pumpkin, and melon. Okay, and then for the next row, get this out of here. We're going to do the opposite of what we just did. So we need a piston here, 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 and here. Okay, and in the spaces between that, another observer goes here, 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 and of course here and here. So what we're going to have all the way down is this tic-tac or crisscross type pattern all the way down. So the next one will be, of course, piston, observer, blah, blah, blah. So you just repeat this two processes until you reach all the way down to the end of the farm. And then up here, the next layer of dirt, if I get it in here, and once again, we have to hoe the one that's underneath the observer block. And you happen to hoe the wrong one, you just use a dirt block to turn it back into what it was. And then now, remember, we have to change what we did on a diagonal. Okay, so we started with the pumpkin, we go pumpkin here, then melon, pumpkin, melon, and then we back to pumpkin here. So on the diagonal, and the diagonal stays the same, but it changes on its way down. So this one is going to be a pumpkin. That one there is, of course, melon. So, all right, just keep that in mind when you come all the way down. Now, it's going to take a while for those to grow. Just keep that in mind. All right, I've got that all in place right now. So let's take a quick look up top and see what we have here. So this is the pattern you should have. You always begin with the piston in the corner. All right, so when you have everything in place, you should have a piston in each one of the corners, and everything should look like this. Good? Okay. And let's see, this is what the farm's going to look like. And each time now, when these stalks grow, you'll see like a little glow that comes off of here, because the change state of that stem indicates there's a power signal, so it sends up through the observer. And that's how these pistons will fire off, because it'll detect the fact that the stalk has produced a melon or a pumpkin, and will fire off the piston from there, pushing it down where it's breaking it, and then the cart will go around collecting it up. So let's get the last part of this wall in. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is the middle. Let's get the glowstone there. That goes over here like so. And then let's get the last bit of the glass up. And then what I'm going to do is to ensure that nothing spawns up here. I'm going to make sure I have enough lighting, so I have a glowstone in the middle. Of course, you could use a torch if you want. And then I'm putting extra torches on the edges to ensure nothing up here spawns. Alright? Then the last little bit is on top of each of these observers, we're going to put 1 dot of redstone dust. Don't put it on the pistons because it'll just break off. So just like this on each one of these. There's 40 pistons and 40 observers in this build. So depending on your point of view, we can consider it expensive or not. Now, what'll happen is when a stem indicates its growth, it'll send a signal up here and it'll generate, of course, the pistons around it will fire off. But only the pistons around it will fire off. And then last but not least, let's get this minecart working. So let's get that in place. And as you can see, it goes around. See that this indicated something grew. And you can see the pistons firing. And it comes back up and around. So, as you can see, the piston system is working because these stems are growing up. And soon we'll have melons and pumpkins growing. As you can see, this farm is now working. Let's see what we got here. We actually have 15 melon slices and 2 pumpkins. Alright, so this farm is up and running. That's good. So we now have a bamboo, sugarcane, a kelp farm, and a melon and pumpkin farm up and running, and they're all part of the Forget-Me-Not farm section. Alright guys, we'll catch you in the next episode. As always, thank you for watching, thank you for supporting. Y'all take care now. Bye.